Charlie Parsons for Boxing Social in association with William Hill and Empire Fight Store. I come in, I gave you a hug, and you were like, "Who's that?" We're back, Nisse. It's always a pleasure when I see you, always a smile on my face. How are you, mate?
I've missed you.
I've missed you.
You were missed in New Orleans. It had been your kind of town. It's pretty wild.
Let's talk firstly on New Orleans, Misfits. I just said to you there, are you losing hair from all of it yet? Every time I see Calla, I ask the same question. There is the excitement element involved. You enjoying it?
It was a little bit close to the edge this time. Look, you've got a lot of eyeballs on it. Obviously, the stuff that happened outside the ring shouldn't have happened. But look, it was another successful show. The amount of traction it gets online all the time and the views, it's pretty amazing, really.
Just quickly, Chase DeMoor, I believe that's his name. We saw his knockout and then him repeatedly punch his opponent while he was down. I shouldn't really laugh, to be honest, but we've heard from Mams that there will be some sort of sanctioning. He's still been quite vocal on Twitter. I know these guys are influencers online in their own right, but obviously this doesn't really have any place in the sport. Can we get some guarantee that he will be sanctioned properly?
Yeah, I mean, look, we'll review it internally and come to a decision, but I can't see how he can just walk straight back into a fight after doing that. It was almost like he wanted the guy to stay down, I get one punch, after the ref starts counting and you catch him while he's on the way down. Remember Arthur Abraham against Andre Durrell, it happens, but not 3 or 4 punches. It was too much. We'll look at it internally and come up with a decision.
Another success for Misfits though, a new territory, and just still pushing on a global level, making sure these guys are still content creators as well, building their profile, obviously looking forward to your KSI fight week now as well. Excited and happy with how it's all going?
Yeah, look, I want to stick as close to the crossover boxing as possible. I want to keep the boxing separate. I want this to be entertainment. This is entertainment, And I think, like when you see Salt Papi against Anthony Taylor, those kind of fights, they're fun fights. They are fun fights, and that's entertainment to me. It's not going to be Tank Garcia, which, we haven't spoken about.
The influencer version.
Yeah, but, we haven't spoken about Tank Garcia yet, but I thought Tank he was pretty unbelievable. His punch accuracy is amazing. So, yeah, look, I think these things need to be separated and understood in different ways.
I've had the odd conversation with your brother Calla and Mams Taylor. Could be seeing an appearance from myself on a Misfit show.
Mate, you slimmed down. What would you fight at? I reckon 58, 59.
So let me show you.
You could definitely get that. Oh shit, he's going to show me a dick pic.
No.
Oh, hello.
We're working.
Yeah. You just got to get you right back to your chin. Yeah. You're getting there. You got some, I like the slow-mo effect.
Cheeky bastard. All the comments have actually been quite nice.
It's good.
But yeah, I will be on at you guys when I feel like it's ready.
I think this is definitely a space we'd like to look into.
Oh, man.
But the problem is I'm meant to stay, 50-50, but I'd have to support the other fella.
You bastards. Look, we're here, Smith Eubank 2. Eubank, we heard back in January, was looking to evoke the rematch clause. Only now we have it announced. Just firstly, on your side, Wasserman's side, why has it taken this long for him to go into this fight?
Look, there's always lots of little, it's not as simple as saying, we're going straight into the rematch. There's always lots of little things that we have to iron out. And I think also Junior had to regroup a little bit himself and see what he wanted. He wants a rematch. He's coming in hungry, and if you saw the third round against Liam, I thought he was doing a bit of damage there, and then obviously got caught on the fourth, and that's boxing. End of story. They go again.
A lot's been spoke about the resistance. Obviously, Chris, someone who's always been known for having a granite chin, up at 168, taking blows off the best, Groves to Gale, etc. obviously now down at 160, Liam Smith moving up from 154. People are asking if it's too late. Obviously, the weight from the one, I know he still made 157 from the Conor Benn clash, despite not really needing to. And then 160 for this fight. He weighed in at 159 pounds. Liam seems to think there's nothing wrong with the weight. You know, what do you feel as part of his team? You know, is he still 100%?
I think the weight, like Liam says, has nothing to do with it. I think that it was a great punch. I think it was a great flurry of punches. Definitely a cheeky elbow in there, but you can't help that. And, you know, you say a punch from the gods. That's what it was. Has his punch resistance gone? I don't think so. Look, he's been hit with everything from people like George Rose, Arthur Abraham, guys like that. It was just, you know, it's a hard one to explain, but that's boxing. That's why it's so exciting, and that's why everyone's going to tune in again to see if the Junior can actually avenge this defeat.
What do you believe he has to do differently this time, Nisse?
Fight, not, you know, just turn up and have a fucking, sorry to swear, have a proper fight. You know, none of this boxing, trying to, you know, jab, move, low. No.
Were you a bit disappointed with that sort of coming out of the clinch, but sort of arms down and chin high?
I think he's just got to be ready for a proper tear up. I think that he can't. I think Liam, he needs to just go at Liam from the first bell and try and take his head off.
I think there's a chance he may have slightly underestimated Liam in the first fight.
Yeah, definitely. I think there's a chance of that, but you know, I don't think he will this time. I think we all saw what Liam can do, and I think, you know, Junior needs to just own it. He lost. That can happen in boxing. Happens to the best. And you know, everyone's so keen on this. But you know, doesn't matter sometimes. At the end of a career, if you want to look at legacy, Muhammad Ali lost God knows how many times. You know, Sugar Ray Leonard, all these people. So I think we're too fixated on that zero, like a Mayweather zero. Who, you know, he just needs to avenge this defeat.
With that being said, if he is to lose here, is that the end for Chris Eubank Jr. in a professional ring?
No, I think there's always that certain fight on the horizon with
Conor Benn?
Yeah, but I don't think he's, you know, losing can't be an option for him this time. He needs to win.
Can I just ask, obviously there were talks about him maybe not going straight into the rematch and going into that Conor Benn fight in Abu Dhabi. Last week we heard about the UKAD sanctioning on Conor Benn. It's come at a similar time to the announcement of this. I asked you beforehand off camera, anything to do with it? You said not really. How come the Conor Benn fight wasn't the one to be made for Chris Eubank Jr.?
Just we've chosen to go this route. Nothing to do with Conor Benn, nothing to do with UKAD. Didn't even really hear about it until you told me. That's enough on the matter. Hopefully he gets cleared. You know, it's almost been a year now. So for his own sake, he needs some kind of clarity for his career. But we're ready and willing after this fight to do that fight.
Harlem Eubank is someone that you're building up now to be a solid main event fighter, doing really good numbers on Channel 5. Because of how much he's been delivering on main events, will he still have a place on this card, or do you look to main event him elsewhere?
No, we will keep him on Channel 5, just purely because he's doing such good numbers there that we want to keep him on there, keep him on that platform, and keep building his name. That's how you build, you know, household names, and that's the route we're going. You know, he had an average of 600,000 people watching. I think, you know, an average night on BT or Sky gets sub 50,000. So that just shows the magnitude of that platform.
Nisse Sauerland, always a pleasure, my good friend. Lovely to speak to you. Just a final message. Ahead, June 17, from yourself and Team Eubank.
Final message? I think Eubank does the job inside 8.
Top man, Nisse Sauerland, thank you very much.
I know as well.
We'll take it.